Welcome to qnawire.
Alright, here on this problem we want to solve this system using Gaussian elimination. So first, to get our matrix, just write down your coefficients. So up top we've got 1, negative 1, 1, 2, negative 1, 1, 1, 2, negative 1. And then on the right hand side we have 3, 4, and negative 1. And so here's our augmented matrix. And so first let's get rid of the 2 and that 1. And so to do that, that means row 2 needs to be the original row 2 minus 2 times row 1. And that'll get rid of that for us. So I'm not doing anything with row 1 right now, so it's just going to stay what it is. Then row 2, I take 2 minus 2, and so that's 0. I take negative 2, I take negative 1 minus negative 2, and so that would give me 1. Yeah, I'm taking the second row minus that first row. I take 1 minus 2, and so that'd be negative 1. 4 minus 6 would be negative 2. Again, I took that second row and subtracted off twice the first row. Now for this third row, let's take the third row minus the first row. So 1 minus 1 is 0. 2 minus negative 1 is 3. Negative 1 minus 1 is negative 2. Negative 1 minus, on this other side, negative 1 minus 3 is negative 4. All right, so here's our new matrix to work with. Now, next, let's take care of that 3 there in the bottom. And so let's let row 3 equal 3 row 2 minus row 3. Okay, 3 row 2 minus row 3. So I'm not doing anything with row 1. Not doing anything with row 2 for now. And then for row 3, I take 3 minus 3, and that's 0. I take negative 3 minus negative 2, and so that's negative 1. I take negative 6 minus negative 4, and so that's negative 2. And so here in black, I've got my new matrix to work with. And so next, let's do a few things here next. Let's let row 1 equal row 1 plus row 2. That should get rid of that negative 1 in the middle. So let's do that first. So we just add these two rows together for the top. So 1 plus 0 is 1. Negative 1 plus 1 is 0. Negative 1 plus 1 is 0. 3 plus negative 2 is 1. Okay, so there's our top row. Let's let our second row equal the original second minus the third. So 0 minus 0 is 0. 1 minus 0 is 1. Negative 1 minus negative 1 is 0. That's why we chose to do that, is so that that third column in the second row went to 0. Then negative 2 minus negative 2 on that other side is 0. Then lastly here on the bottom, because that's a negative 1 and I want it to be a positive, I'm going to let row 3 equal negative row 3. And so I just changed signs everywhere on the bottom. And so it gives me a positive 2 on that right-hand side. So now this top row tells us that x is 1. That bottom row tells us y is 0. And then the bottom tells us z is 2. And so here's our answers to the system of equations.